Well, look what we have here. They arrived. They don't look bad. How do I look? Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm excited because I picked up a pair of the RayBanMeta Wayfarers that I want to try to use for POV shots. Let me show you what my current configuration is with my GoPro, and that'll explain why I'm switching to this, at least if they work. So firstly, I use a GoPro Hero 13. You can see that here. Now, this has a camera body, so you can add the accessories. The reason for it is I attach my DJI mic directly to it. This also has the ultra wide lens, which is very important to get those nice wide shots. So this is my camera. I used to use I think 11, I had a GoPro Hero 11, now that's a secondary camera, but this 13 has become my primary. Now this is the hat that I use. I have a hat clip that I bought off of Amazon and I attached to the hat. It has a clip mount so you can wear it up high. But the problem with that is if you shoot at that angle, you're gonna be well above the steering wheel, kind of looking down. And it's not going to give you the angle that you desire. So you want to go low, and you want to have it hanging low. Now, many POV YouTubers, they'll just have the hat clip itself and hang the camera upside down and kind of wear it a little high with it pushed back. That helps them get the view that they want. But for me, in the way that I'm shaped, I've had an issue still getting the gauges, because I like to have the nice wide view with gauges, because I appreciate car gauges so much. And I want, as you know, on my channel, I want to make sure that my viewers get the opportunity to look at the gauges like me as I drive and as I go through the driving experience. I think it just, it adds to the theater. So what I have done is I add an extension here. You can buy a bag of little extension pieces on Amazon to give you that little bit more depth. If this doesn't work for you, it all depends on your seat position, it depends on your torso shape and your legs and kind of how the car is placed. And each car is different. But my best case has always been this little extension. I've tried longer extensions and I've angled the camera up. But I add this extension and then I attach the camera. So let me show you. So I attached it and it hangs like this. This contraption is what I use for POV. I attach the DJI mic here on the body, and it has a cord that runs in, so it's wired. And then I'll have my mic, I'm wearing my mic like on my shirt or even on my hat. And then I'll just put the hat on like this and make sure the angle's right, whatever car I'm in. And the good news about this is I can swing this forward without taking off the hat to see what the car sees and then move it back down as I need to. You want to have a slight angle. And so this is how I record my driving footage, just like this. The issue is it's a lot to manage and it can get quite heavy and you feel it on your neck. So this is why I'm excited to try the Wayfarers, the RayBanMetas. Now, I'm not sponsored by them, of course, but if it's good, it's good. So we'll see. I need to get some footage with it. I think my concern kind of going in is it's not going to be wide enough and I'm going to be chopping some things off. But we'll see. If it works, then that'll be good. So yeah, let me unbox this. So it's nice, simple packaging here. And these are the Gen 2s. The Gen 1s you can get for pretty cheap, but I don't know if they have the requirements that I'm looking for. Oh, it looks like there's a little pull tab. So I'm just gonna do that. Pretty straightforward. I pulled the tab. Here we are. There's a scan to get started. And wow, it's actually pretty nicely packaged. Looks like an environmentally friendly kind of packaging. But yeah, really simple. Nice carrying case. I noticed the USB-C charger is here, and you got this charging indicator light. It's my first time opening these. They come nicely packaged, and I opted for just the clear glasses. These ones were actually, I think, the most popular ones, and I had to wait a little bit longer. I could have got some purple ones or blue ones, but because I want to be able to see at night or whatever, I didn't get the sunglasses. I just wanted the plain glasses. So let me put them on. I mean, they're the size of Wayfarers. They don't look bad. How do I look? Well, I guess it looks a lot better than that silly hat. I really do like this case. You set the glasses in here, and that's where they charge. So it charges directly through the case. That's pretty cool. I'm not going to be using like the AI features or any of that. It's really for my POV driving, and the aim of this video is to help you with your POV driving if that's a hobby that you want to take on. I've been asked many times by many different people how I get my settings, or what do I use, and I think that this video aims to address that. And if you were curious about picking up some of these for POV driving or any footage, maybe this will help you out. We'll see. But the important thing is, how does the video footage look? So I will post a video of me driving previously with my GoPro, which that's 4K. It's pretty stable and it's wide, versus how this looks. And if this works out, I'll probably be switching to this, or at least using it sometimes. So let's do a before and then a new footage with these glasses. Let's hit the road. A race feel to it. So as you can see, in the end, the footage is not the same as my GoPro, which is unfortunate. I can, however, use it for Instagram and YouTube Shorts, or maybe even in a pinch. I just don't think that the quality is there for the level of videos that I want to shoot. Am I regretting my purchase? Not exactly. Like I said, it comes in handy, and maybe if I go to an event or a concert, they will find more benefit, because I'm definitely not going to wear that GoPro hat. So if you're a casual POV driver, they are for you. But if you're looking to improve your YouTube video and your quality, they may not be the best choice. Overall, the quality and the fit and finish is good, but I think the limitation on the widescreen view is the big deal breaker for me. Even at 30 frames per second, I could have made good use of that in almost cinematic style, but That lack of widescreen view hurts me. In the Civic Type R video, I like to be able to show or even see the shifter or the shift knob. That's part of the driver's engagement, and the lack of that, again, is a deal breaker. However, in my Z06, it's a little bit different. I don't have to worry about a manual transmission. So hopefully you found this video helpful, maybe informative, and maybe inspired you to start doing some POV driving yourself. It's become a real hobby of mine, and I've had a lot of fun learning how to perfect that. I'm not saying I'm definitely an expert in this space, but there's things that I've learned along the way, and the intent of this was to help you in your journey should you take it on. But that's going to be all. Check out some of my other videos if you're interested in actual POV drives. God bless you and your families. I'm out.